Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On the option. Breaks the tackle.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
The give on the option. Hard running there. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Commodores can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Fires left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Special teams proving to be special. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did his job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Here's a heat. It'll be incomplete, trying to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more mustard on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the big fella. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these 3rd downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
The Commodores with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Alexander. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games.
There he goes. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They'll run the option. The give to the tailback. Makes it past the marker. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Racing down the left side. Touchdown Doors! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Out across the 30 mark, down in the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. All right, right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Looking for a man, it's Bowling. Caught in the backfield, it's Perry. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give to the lone running back. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease? He gets to the 39. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Not able to pick up that first down, David, but if I'm them, I'm going again right here on 4th.
And I think you knew that on 3rd and 2, short yard situation. You got it close to 4th and inches. Now we're going to get this first down.
Kentucky trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Commodores with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Smith wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Goes to the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. He's loose down
you want to get it, one of your little fast guys, the defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Here he comes with the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Backs are like tackling a dump truck a lot of times. You get them in the open field, and they're so fast, but they're so thickly built, they're hard to get to the ground. And a lot of times you're just like, all right, how can I hang on for help or for somebody to get here? But you can tell they didn't get there fast enough, and those somebodies need to get there quicker for them if they want to get this guy on the ground.
Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. Got room at the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Keeps looking downfield. He'll pull it down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Catch in the middle, it's Sherrill. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The Commodores come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun on third down. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, there's a good example of it.
He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
when you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's not. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Commodores come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. The option look. Power football with the run. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on third and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up fourth down.
Trying to keep the drive alive. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Fourth and short. At times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on fourth and short.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Commodores will snap it on first and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Perry. Look out, he's got room. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Offense getting set for first down. They'll leave it with him. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first down is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air. It's Bowling. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
The Wildcats will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
That's caught. It's Fitzgerald. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Smith wants to throw. Might be looking to run. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Alexander. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Really great job by the running back there on the angle route on 3rd down. He sold it as if he was running to the flat, and at the last second put his foot in the ground and crossed the defender's face, making that an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy...
Oh, and he ruins the big gator with speeding down the left side. Crosses midfield. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Well, the defense is winning this game, and they are helping out their own cause. That's the second time they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. You know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but you can't make mistakes against this unit, and it has absolutely killed this team early in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit? And the Commodores will hustle to the line. Smith dropping to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Commodores can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Touchdown, Commodores! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the ground, it's Perry. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Commodores will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Makes the grab. Turning it on. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
We're going to run it. It's Wilcox. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Trying play action. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. On the ground, it's Alexander. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Commodores with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught in the backfield, it's Fitzgerald. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Second down coming up.
And the Commodores in a good spot here with second and short. Smith wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Alexander. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Commodores are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. Shakes off the defender. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down.
Brings up second down.
And the Commodores can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Plows through the defense.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Now looking to throw back to the middle. Touchdown Vanderbilt. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Got his man on the right. He gets into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion ties the game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Bowling. Got a man, it's Perry. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On the option. To the ground with the back. On the move at the 30. Breaks away on the left. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Going for 6. Touchdown, Vandy. They move on top here on the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Kentucky, 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Pulls it in. It's Preston. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides itself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Not a lot of movement on that one. The defense in position.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Boley. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Now, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number 1.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Kentucky. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll give it to the back. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Newberry. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The play-action fake. Looking to scramble. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A strike downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Rides the back on the option to give. Got the first down and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Got room to work. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Commodores didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Tight end finds a soft spot. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Snags it. Touchdown Doors. And they've moved out front here in the 4th. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Off play action. Forced out of the pocket. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Commodores! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Dropping back, it's Bowling. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Rushes on him. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Bowling. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Got enough for the 1st down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. 4th quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.